Most people think mixing a Suno song means just turning the volume up. That's wrong. If you're still uploading your raw output from Suno, you're missing out on how to make your music actually sound finished. If you watched my last video, you know all about the Suno EQ feature, but that was just scratching the surface. And today, I'm going to show you how to actually take a muddy AI demo and turn it into a clearer professional track using a stem-based EQ workflow inside Suno Studio. And by the end of this video, you will understand the difference between just generating a song in Suno and actually producing one. So, let's get into it. Okay, so here I'm in my library, and I have this bouncy cat song that I love. I'm gonna click the three dots here, go to Remix, Edit, and click on Open in Studio. Here we are in Suno Studio, and our track is laid out on the timeline.
Strutting like a king on a velvet throne. Tail high like a bender, this house is his own.
So lively and playful. I love it. Okay, so to work on this, first we need to unlock the mix. I'm gonna click on Extract Stems, and here I'm selecting all detected stems so I can work on drums, bass, and vocals as separate layers. Alright, here we are. Wow, we got a lot of stems here. Even backing vocals and woodwinds. Let's click Insert All and get the stems onto the timeline. Now, what we're going to do here is to go through each of these stems and adjust their frequencies to give them a better place within the mix. Okay, now first for the sake of convenience, I'm just going to trim this part here so we can stay focused on the busiest part of the mix for our workflow. Now let's start with the drums. Yeah, this sounds a bit messy to me, so I'm gonna solo the drums here and check again. Okay, I can hear that the snare from the drum kit here comes off slightly boxy. It's not a huge issue, but I want it to sound a little clearer. So let's open the EQ on the drum stem. Looking at the frequency waveform here, the snare should be most prominent around this fourth band, so let's adjust that one. I'm gonna apply the notch filter here and adjust its shape until we get rid of the hollow sound. Yeah, that's definitely better. Now, the snare sounds crisp and sits well in the mix. Now, I also see a few unnecessary empty rows in the session. Probably had something to do with the trimmed part earlier, but they're not doing anything here, so I'm going to delete them and clean up our workspace. Now let's shape the overall drum tone. I'm boosting band 1 slightly to add more kick to the bass. Then I'm lifting band 5 a little to bring out more brightness from the cymbals. Next, let's move to the lead vocal. Here I had applied the vocal EQ preset first, which was a good starting point. I'm lifting the third band slightly here to get a warmer, thicker sound. You don't want to boost this area too much because it can make the vocal muddy. Next, the bass stem. This is the anchor of your entire track, and I need it to be solid. So here I'm gonna boost the bass in the bass stem itself. There, you can hear the bass boost. It anchors the drums and melody together for a more expensive feel. Next, I'm moving to the synth stem. For this one, I'm applying the modern EQ preset. Well, no specific reason there. It just made the synth feel a little richer in the full mix, so I'm keeping it. I also need the vocals to sound more open here. I added a fifth band there and lifted it to increase the brightness of the vocals. Next for the backing vocals, let's go through the presets to see which one fits best for our track. Yeah, I like this lo-fi preset for the backing vocals. Let's go with it. This lo-fi arrangement makes the backing vocals less sharp, so they get pushed more to the background. Okay, now all that's left is the percussion stem. It's pretty much buried right now. so I want to brighten it up and give it some visibility within the mix. So let's boost some of the high-frequency regions here with the 5th band. With that, the rhythm stays crisp and driving, even when the bass is hitting hard. Now that all the main EQ stem adjustments are done, let's compare this final version with the original track.
He don't beg, he commands, I'm just a servant in his plan. The feeling king, he rules the scene with the crown of the night, so linger, feel like him. Oh, can't you see? This palace runs on
In the original, the mix feels a little more crowded and unclear. But after the EQ changes, the drums feel clearer, the vocal has a little more body and brightness, the bass feels more supported, and the percussion has more detail. The mix is more focused now, and you can hear it in the result. That is the difference between an AI demo and a professional production. The change was not about making everything louder. The idea is to make adjustments to each stem so every part has a better place in the mix. You've got the tools. Open your studio, extract those stems, and start cleaning out the clutter. You'll be shocked at how much detail was hidden in your track, just waiting for a little room to breathe. Happy mixing, and I'll catch you in the next one.